Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. Time for Thankful Thursday. So, today I'm going to bring you along on an adventure that I'm trying. I was going to make it for the daycare and my daughter-in-law was like, she doesn't need anything, and I'm like, okay. She goes, but since you went out and bought all the stuff that, you know, I bought a new little gadget here. She goes, you can make them for us. And I'm like, awesome. So, today, you know, I was sitting yesterday in the bathroom and I'm like, God, I need to know what to talk about, you know. Because, as usual, I'm very thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for God and my family and my friends and my YouTube and my job and all those good things. So lately we've been kind of just chatting. And so I don't know if it's really a Thankful Thursday anymore. I don't know. I enjoy doing it. As long as you guys enjoy me doing it, I'll keep doing it. So, I asked God, so what do you want me to talk about? And I kept hearing blessings, but on both sides. So, you know, we talk about, you know, feeding the homeless and smiling and doing all those things as well. But sometimes we have to be, lack for a better word, making ourselves available for blessings. Because I think that we get in such a giving spirit, you know, that we forget that sometimes people want to bless you. And we need to be humble enough to know that that's okay. And so we'll talk about both those things. So I looked up, I caught whatever my son and my grandkids had last week. So not feeling tip-top shape today, so if I mess up, I'm sorry. Anyway, so I picked out two verses, actually. The first one's James 1:17. Every good gift, every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. The second one was Luke 6:38. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For with the measure you use it, it will be measured back to you. And, you know, that's like Tom said the other day, tenfold. I don't care about that stuff, but I do believe that God blesses people. And it may not even be like, you know what I mean, like money or power or whatever. It may be, you know, that you got blessed with a smile today. It may be that you got blessed with, you know, someone opening the door, or someone said, you know what, I think such and such needs to have an apple pie today. You know what I mean? So we all get blessed in our own ways. So we'll keep talking while I'm doing this. I bought 3 loaves of bread, and actually I want to do some peanut butter and jelly ones too. So I might end up going to the bread store and getting another loaf of bread. Because I don't have any bread for myself now. After I finish all these. So I'm taking slices of cheese, but I'm tearing off the ends. And then a little bit right here too, because I made one and you don't want it to go over, because if you do, then it kind of like, yeah, it's a mess. So you definitely want to try to stay within that little square there. Yeah, I woke up this morning and then got up early. The police followed my son. And I waved to him, you know, like everything was okay, but I'm like, 4:30 in the morning, why are you following him? You know, I mean, it just, sometimes stuff like that makes no sense to me. But I think when they seen him taking the kids out of the car, because we're in a single road, so he had to pull up on the sidewalk. But I think when he seen them bring the kids, you know, take the kids out of the car, and I waved to him, I said, did he follow you at all after that? And he's like, no, because he literally followed him. So this one, I'm going to squish it down, and it's supposed to cut the sides off. So what I found works better on this one is, I definitely want to get a different one. And so for those of you that are always like, you should make bread, you know, breadcrumbs. I've never made breadcrumbs, so we're going to try it. But I'm putting all the bread over there. And then I push it a second time. And then push from the bottom. And there's a turkey and cheese sandwich. And by the way, I'm sticking with freezer. I thought I'd given Bobby and Courtney all of my sandwich meat. Well, I thought she had found all of it, actually. And obviously she didn't. I found a package of turkey and a package of ham. So I thought, you know what? Why not use that up too? I am starting to get through some things in my freezer. I am pretty happy about that. I think I will take, you know, one more week and after this one and do another freezer pull week, freezer clean out week, whatever you want to call it, and do another one because it is nice to see what's in my freezer. And like at this point, I think that we could actually pull some stuff out and fit them in the containers that they're supposed to be in. Because that's what those big black things are. People think they're just like whatever, but actually that's what we bought to keep all of our meat separated from, like, you know, chicken, beef, pork, you know, things like that. And I want to get back to what I originally wanted for each of the freezers. And I got a nasty comment. And I was just like, you know, a food hoarder and whatever. And I didn't want to be nasty back. But I just said, when, you know, if things ever get bad, I guess my family will be eating and yours won't. But, because it's kind of true, right? I mean, you get good deals, and, like, when I get a chance to get great deals on stuff, I'm not going to turn it down. I'm just not going to. If I have the money for it, I'm going to do it. So, let's chat for just a second. So I'm going to have to go to the bread store and get more bread. That second loaf, half of it was molded, so my birds and the squirrels are going to have a blast with that. I ended up getting 16 of the turkey and cheese, and I labeled them turkey and cheese. But I want to do, I've got some ham here, and I want to do that up too, but I also want to do some peanut butter and jelly for my grandkids. And I've only got just a little bit of bread left, so. And I noticed with this one, it's not very thick, so it's a little bit thin, and some of the pieces had holes in them. You know what I mean? Not that something ate in them, but you know what I mean? They're just thinner pieces of bread. So I want to get something that's just a little bit stronger, for lack of better words. But anyway, blessings. So I'm going to do ham and cheese now. And by the way, what I've been doing is, like, every third one, I'm putting the pieces on the bread so that I don't waste that cheese either. So blessings. All right. You know, I mean, I think that every day that we're alive, is a blessing. Every day that we wake up, and even if we're in pain, whatever it happens to be, we're still alive and we're breathing, and you know, that's something that we can celebrate, and we should celebrate. Like, I seen something on Facebook yesterday, and it was like, this lady, she's a Gen X, which I'm Gen X too, and I think we're a tough generation. I just totally ruined that one. But anyways, she said that, like, when we were 10, we were 30 already, because, you know, like, we were the first of the latchkey kids, and we did this and we did that, you know, and she said 30, even though we're 50s, we're still 30. And so everybody said, well, if you think you look 30, and she goes, no, I don't think I look 30. What she was saying is that, you know, we may have grown up quick, but we stayed young. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And then she said, because, like, I know a lot of women that do not like to say how old they are. Like, That's a taboo question. You don't ask it, and just don't do it. But, you know, the thing being is that my birthday, A, is my favorite holiday. B, you know, we are truly blessed every single day that we're alive. And sometimes we take that for granted. This one sandwich has given me a heck of a time. But, yeah, so I'm not ashamed. I'm 57 years old. I'll be 58 in November. And I'm happy. And, like, my mom and my grandma, they both died at 66. So I keep telling God if you could just bless me to make it past that. Which, you know, maybe I won't. I don't know. I hope not. I hope that I do. Because I would love to see my grandkids get older. You know, that would be great. And I'd like to see new grandkids eventually, hopefully. Hint, hint, kids. But we think of the blessings and we only think sometimes of, like, geez, I still am having a hard time paying my bills or whatever. And you know what? You might still be having that rough time. But those blessings are, you know, when you wake up and you're still 57 years old or 66 or 86 or whatever, there's a lot of people that didn't make it to that. When we think about, you know, money-wise, and we want money for, you know, oh my gosh, I'm behind on this and I need to pay that and whatever, be grateful that you have those bills. They're a blessing. I know that not really, but you know what I mean. Because there's a lot of people out there that don't have a home to have a bill on. And so we think about the blessings that we receive every day. And honestly, they could be blessings that other people are not getting. Now, when I talk about receiving blessings, like I told you, like my parents gave me gifts. So when I first started getting them from you guys, and it still does, believe me, it floors me to get gifts from you guys. I would literally cry when I'd open them because I was just not used to being what I would consider spoiled, or that I was even worthy and good enough for you guys to even think about me in that way. Because, you know, like I said, we all come up in different lives. And I had a mom and dad that loved me. But everybody has their own form of love. Not all childhoods are, you know, rainbows and unicorns. Sometimes they're tough. And it wasn't financially, really. I mean, sometimes. But they weren't rich by any means. I mean, they live in the house that I live in now. But there was some abuse and stuff, and it just... But, you know, I think about it, and it really sucks. Like, I hear about these people that have, like, the most amazing parents, and what do you mean they never got this done or that done or whatever? You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, what did I do to not be able to, you know what I mean? Like, really? But you know what? It's a blessing because I'm alive and I survived it. And you know what? I'm better for it. You know, and it made me into the woman that I am today. And do I have flaws and everything else still? Well, of course. Hello, I'm human. But, you know, the thing being is, it's a blessing that you survived. It's a blessing that you grew and became the person that you are today, right? I mean, yeah. So, you know, like, I talk about blessings and what we can do. And I know this is me repeating myself. I get it. I'm not losing my mind yet. Or at least I think I'm not. Anyway, you know, like how I just told you, I feel like I'm not good enough to get gifts. Like, why would people think that I'm worthy of that? You know what I mean? Like, and so it's really, really hard. But sometimes we have to, you know what I mean? Like, we have to realize that sometimes people see the value in us even when we don't see it in ourselves. Like, I tell Jack that all the time. I tell him, I says, I wish you could see your value like I see it. And, you know, it could be the same for me. Maybe somebody would, I wish that I could see the value that someone sees in me. And that we do deserve nice things, and we do deserve to be spoiled, and, you know, we do deserve to be blessed. You know, I don't think that, I'm sitting here holding it like it's going to heat up or something. But anyway, you know, I don't think that, like, you know, God's up there saying, well, I'm going to make that one into a millionaire, and I'm going to make that one starve. Well, maybe he does. I don't know. I'm not God, so. But I don't think he sent us here to be miserable. And I don't think he meant to send us here to be unhappy. I think that God wants us to be happy. He wants us to have free will and to make up our own minds on what we do. But at the same time, you know, he wants us to be able to be, you know, I mean, if you have a God that never thinks about, you know, how you're doing, or if you're going to be okay, or if you're going to succeed, or you're going to eat dinner tonight, not many people would worship him, right? That makes me remember something too. But, so I don't think that was the intention. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just another girl that, you know, trying to make it through this world. I don't know what he's decided for us to do, you know. I'm all out of bread. Put this in the package. I forgot to do something. And so we're going to do that right now. And then I'm going to go get bread. Maybe I'll take a video real quick of what the bread store looks like here. Anyways, we forgot to pray. So, Heavenly Father, thank you for keeping my mind somewhat straight today. I ask that you wrap your arms around every single person that's listening to this, and every person that needs your help, your wisdom, your love. I know that we sometimes look past all the blessings that you've granted for us and all the love that you give to us. Because sometimes, you know, I can sit here and I can wonder and I can worry and I can whatever. And if I just close my eyes and I think about you, my heart gets warm. My body gets warm. Because I know that you're here and that you're going to wrap your arms around me. It may not be the results that we want. We might not get that husband or that raise or whatever. But you're going to get us through it. And we're going to be stronger for it. I ask that you love every single one of my people that listen to this, because I know that there's some that really need help, and there's some that really should be blessed, and there's some that do so much blessing of others. And I know that we love them for that. I just ask that you be you, and you continue to love us and guide us, and hopefully we take the paths in which you want us to go. Thank you for all the blessings that you've given, and all the blessings that you have allowed us to give. In Jesus' name, amen. Sorry, I forgot that, guys. My brain really is like not on full form today. So I'm going to go to the bread store because I still have this much ham left. And I've got peanut butter and jelly up here so that I can use that up too. So I'm going to go to the bread store and then I'll be back and we'll wrap up this video. Hopefully it's not too awfully long today. And if it is, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if I ramble on. I know that I hear things, you know, I don't have voices in my head or anything. Not crazy. Well, at least I don't think so. But anyway, maybe. But aren't we all a little bit crazy? But anyways, I so totally lost train of thought. But I feel like I ramble on and then it's like I think about giving up Thankful Thursdays because I'm like, am I even making a difference? Am I even making any sense? Because sometimes, you know, like I'll watch the video back. Well, I always watch my videos back just to make sure that, you know, I said everything I wanted to or didn't mess up too bad. But, you know, and I've cried at myself. I know that's funny, but I've cried at myself because I'm like, I could feel it again how I felt at that moment. I'm not going to cry. But I feel again how I felt at that moment. And, you know, I try to be tough. I do. I do. I try to be real tough. And, but somehow, when I do the Thankful Thursdays, it's like my heart just softens right up. And I don't understand it. Kind of drives me a little bit crazy, to be honest, because it's like I'm not usually that, well, I can cry at a drop of a hat, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what brings out that, like, super softness in me. Now, my kids, my grandkids, they can bring that out all the time, all the time. And, but you guys seem to do that too. And it makes me feel weak, but at the same time, it makes me feel strong because I know that if I fall apart, you guys will help me pick it up. And that means the world to me. And I'm rambling on again. The bread store is only just a couple hours, couple miles away. It's just past the airport. And so I'll see if Jack needs anything, and I'll be back as soon as I get back from the bread store. But maybe I'll do a quick video of it. See how much stuff they got today. All right, I'll be back. So we went all the way out to the bread store, and they don't open till later today. And they were closed yesterday. So Jack and I, instead of waiting like almost an hour, we decided we'd go to Dollar Tree. Or, well, it's Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. And he came back out and he told me it was $3 a loaf. I'm like, what? We got it. And so I can make I finished up the ham and cheese. I got 9 of those. Now I'm going to do do some peanut butter and jelly for my grandkids. I'm sure they'll eat the other stuff too. So I did one, and basically you just want to make it go in a circle around the center. And then you squirt a little bit of the jelly in there. And then put that other piece of bread on it. Throw it on that thing. And I've been pushing this down this way, and it seals a lot better. And then I guess I have to bake that bread maybe. I don't know. I'll look it up online, see what I'm supposed to do with it to make. I don't use breadcrumbs very often, so I heard that you can freeze them, so I'll probably make them up and then freeze them. Anyways, I'm sorry today I'm not just like full of my normal self and whatever. Yeah. I'm not normally a big baby, but like I told my son today, you know, since they had moved out, my children, I don't get sick. You know what I mean? And he goes, yeah, he goes, kids are petri dishes. But I think I got it from my son because he was pretty ucky last week, so... Yeah, so maybe it's the big kids that get petri dishes too. Because they hang out with the little petri dishes. That's what it is. Emmy came over today and he was just in a cranky mood all day until we went and got donuts for donut day. And then he's so proud of himself that he gets to carry the donut in. I get that little 10-pack from Dunkin' Donuts, and he can fit them in his little hands, so he thinks he's something. It's too funny. So I really hope that I wasn't off today too bad, but I guess what I wanted to get across is be a blessing always if you can. And that's been my trademark since day one. Because I think we need more people that are willing to be blessings. But at the same time, please be willing to be blessed and know that that you're worthy. Because, you know, depending on how you came up, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't seem to have much value. You know? Now, I think that's part of the reason that I am was so close to my grandmother. Because I always felt like with her I had value. And with her I had true love. And it was a good feeling. And I think that's why I probably loved her more than any human possible back then. You know, and I think that, you know, our allegiance lay where they are. And I truly do believe that God wants to bless us. But sometimes, maybe we're not ready for that blessing. You know, maybe we think we're not ready. But you know, God wouldn't give it to us if he didn't think we were ready for it, right? I mean, I would hope that that's how it is. So I hope that, you know, I hope you got something out of today. I'm sorry, it was just a rambling mess, but anyway. Know that each and every one of you do have value. It doesn't matter if you sit in a chair and you cook, or if you sit in a wheelchair and cook, or if you know, you're fully mobile and you do all kinds of wonderful things. In the eyes of God, we're all perfect. And I seen a video, like you get those things through your Facebook, and this lady, she was like begging for someone to make her beautiful. And it made me almost cry. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I'm like, and everybody was like, you should die, you're so ugly. Why would people do something like that? God doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't create you to be, you know, if you're not perfect, that's okay. That's what he wanted. You know, know that you have value. That you're important to me and to our other community and to your family and mostly to God. We all have value even if we don't see it. And it's hard to accept that sometimes, you know. It's hard to see value in yourself. But you know, it's so funny. You can see value in everybody else. Isn't that funny? Not really funny like funny, but, you know, funny. So, you know, and I think that's one reason I love doing the homeless thing with AJ, because he doesn't see it as they're poor or they're homeless or they're not this or they're not that. He just sees them as human beings that need help. And wouldn't that be nice if we could all see like that through the lens of a child? You know, racism would be gone. There would be no isms out there, because we would all see each other as a blessing. Maybe if we all looked at life like that and looked at people like that. Because, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I think even the worst of people have something good in them. And maybe it takes that special person to bring it out. I don't know. I'm rambling. But thanks for coming along, making my little sandwiches. I did get 2 more things out of my freezer. These are going to go back in the freezer, which they do have room in there now for it. And then I'll hook up with Courtney sometime tomorrow and give them to her. Or Saturday. One of the two. But anyway, yeah. I really hope you got something out of it. I just heard blessings, and I don't know. You guys are all such a blessing to me, and I appreciate it. By the way, we're at 3,800. 200 more and we're at 4,000. Can you imagine? It's taken a long time, but we're getting there slowly but surely. And I did want to say, I don't know if I said it already because I haven't rewatched my video. But anyways, sometimes we duplicate meals. Not very often. Not very often. And if we do duplicate, we try to change something about it. But please remember that there's 365 days a year, and then sometimes I cook for my son and or my, Jack or whoever else, and it's really, really hard to come up with that many different recipes every single day. And I try my best to do that, but sometimes there'll be duplicates. Look at that, more peanut butter. I'm only going to use about half a loaf of that because that bread's going to be used for like gold. I can't believe that. At Family Dollar. What a joke. Anyways, so you guys be blessed. Be a blessing. Know that I love you. Know that God loves you. And, if you need special prayers or anything like that, put them in the comments because everybody reads those comments. And if you need a prayer, believe me, someone's going to answer that prayer for you or they're going to pray for you. So, thank you for being in my community. Thank you for always being here for me. And I'm sorry I don't feel good today. It's just one of those days. But we're going to have a really cool supper tonight. And we're going to use something else out of the freezer. And yeah, it's been fun. Once I get the freezer up here organized, then I'll take a picture of it. You guys can see how much different it looks. The frost is gone too. And it's still working even after that really loud noise. Was mind-blowing. But anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you guys so much. I do love you. You guys have a very blessed day.